Hello, I'm Tutor Frank. Welcome again to today's class. Now we're going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. We're looking at permutation and combination. Now I already established the fact that permutation has to do with an ordered arrangement of numbers. Okay, arrangement of numbers where order is taken into cognizance. Very, very important. Alright, and then I gave you the mathematical formula for calculating permutation yesterday. We took an example. So today we're going to take more examples so you can have a thorough understanding of the subject matter of permutation. Now we have three examples today. Now look at this. Now I said, in how many ways can the letters of the word Lagos be permuted? The letters of the word Lagos be permuted, or in how many different ways can we arrange the letter of the word Lagos? Now, first thing first, we are given a question like this. First thing you must note or take note of is to count the number of letters. Okay, now Lagos, let's count L1, A2, G3, O4, S5. So we have 5 letters in total. Now, next thing is to find out if there are repetitions. By repetition, I mean if there's any letter repeating itself. Now, if you look at it, we don't have any repetition. L is appearing once, A once, G once, O once, and S once. So in this example, no repetition. Now, when you don't have repetition, how do you solve it? It simply becomes the total letters of that you are given the question. Like in this case now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of ways the letters are permitted is equal to 5 factorial. So to solve this question now, question 1, the number of ways the letters in Lagos can be permitted, the letter of the word Lagos can be permitted equals what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 letters in total. So equals 5 factorial. Now remember this word, right? I explained it yesterday. I said factorial simply means you start multiplying from that number and then multiply with lower whole numbers less than that number until you get to 1. So we start multiplying from 5 by whole numbers less than 5 until we get to 1. That's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay? Now 5 times 4 gives 20. 20 times 3 gives 60. 60 times 2 gives 120. 120 times 1 is 120. So my final answer is equal to 120 ways. So the number of ways the letters of the word Lagos can be permuted equals 120 ways. Now let's look at example 2. Alright? Now example 2 says, in how many ways can the letters of the word Bakassi be permuted? And this is similar to the first, but just that we have repetitions in this particular example. What do I mean repetitions? You can see the letter A is repeating itself twice. The letter S is repeating itself twice. Now the same format, but just that I'm going to show you how to handle the repetition. Now for Bakassi first thing first, we count the total number of letters, including the repetitions. Alright? So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the total is 7 factorial divided by the repetition. So when you have repetitions, after getting the total factorial, you divide by the repetitions or the number of times the repeated letters appear. Now the repeated letters here are A and S. Okay? A is appearing twice. S is appearing twice. So we divide by the number of times they appear. A is appearing twice, that's 2 factorial. S is also appearing twice, that is 2 factorial. Alright? Now 7 factorial is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over, let's handle them one by one. 2 factorial is 2 times 1. Then on that 2 factorial, 2 times 1. Okay? We find out that this 2 takes care of this 2. Alright, and 2 here, 1, 2, 2, 4 gives 2. So my final answer becomes 7 times 6, that's 42. 42 times 5, that's 210. 210 times 2, that's 420. 420 times 3, that is 1,260. So my final answer becomes 1,260 ways. So the number of ways the letters of the word Bakassi can be permuted is 1,260 ways. Now let's look at the third example. Let's look at the third example here. Now look at this. It says, how many words can one form from the letters praise God if the vowels must not be separated? Now, these are permutations involving conditions, okay? If the vowels must not be separated. Now, first thing first, the total letters we have here, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. Now, what are the vowels? They said the vowels must not be separated. Now, remember in English language, vowels are what? A, E, I, O, U, okay? So, I have A, I have I have E, I have O. So, A, E, I, O. So, I have A, E, I, O. Now, the vowels must not be separated. Simply means this A, E, I, O must be treated as one, inseparable. Okay, so whenever I'm going to write these letters, these vowels, they will be together. I will treat them as one. Please take note. If you are asked or told in any question must not be separated, it means those items or those letters must be treated as one. So if they must not be separated, that means if I'm to write this praise God with the vowels not separated, it will give me what? So I have P first, I have arrow. Now I have A is on the vowel. So if I'm going to write A, I'm going to bring in other vowels together. So A, I, E, O. So I'm taking A, I, E, O. So what's left? I have S, G, and D. So S, G, and D. Alright? So P, arrow, A. Because the vowels must not be separated, you are going to group the vowels together with A. So A, I, E, O, treated as one. Alright? Now if I treat this as one, the total becomes what? The total becomes what? 1, 2, everything is treated as one. Don't forget. 3, 4, 5, 6. So the total becomes 6 factorial. Alright? Now times the vowel that we're treating as one is made up of how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4. And these 4 letters can be permitted in 4 factorial ways. So times 4 factorial. Okay? So first thing first, I said if you are grouping the letter as one, the vowels as one, if you are grouping the vowels together, you treat them as one. So everything in this bracket, the vowel you treat as one. So we count the total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 factorial. Times the vowel itself is made of 4 distinguishable letters. That means it can be permuted in 4 factorial ways. Times the 4 factorial. Okay? Now what is 6 factorial? 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay? Times what is 4 factorial? 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So this becomes my final answer. So why don't you multiply this and let me know the answer in the comment section. Bye.